Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Morning On Call. First, we'll start with technical derivatives update. Yesterday, if we see Nifty was in a basically in a sideways zone. Yesterday, if you see the candle, it was trading in a previous place in a very small range, and it managed to close in green with a gain of 27 points. And if you see on the sectoral front, also Nifty Realty and Nifty Videos were the top gainers, while if you see Nifty IT and Pharma were also top losers. On the daily chart, if you see, then the trading range of 17,300 18,000 is likely to be the range over here. And if you see that today's derivative settlement, also Nifty is morely inclined towards 17,600 to 17,800 zone. In this zone, we expect the derivative settlement to be happening. And on the Bank Nifty, see, Bank Nifty has outperformed Nifty for the second consecutive day. It witnessed an open low in the start, and the open low was maintained throughout the trading session. And once it hit 38,600, it sharply rose towards 39,000 level, and it posted a close above it, which is a very good sign for Bank Nifty, which is showing strength over there. While Nifty is still able to fill the previous gap, down gap, and it is still below the previous 2 days. And on the again, the trading range for the Bank Nifty remains same, 38,000 to 40,000 over here. And the stocks positive for the Bank Nifty side could be, and on the banking side could be SBIN, Canara Bank, IndusInd Bank, and Bank of Baroda. On the derivative front, if we see, the Nifty saw a short covering to the tune of 3%, and that is reduction of 0.45 million shares. And current outstanding OI stands at 13.78 million shares. The advanced decline ratio was also positive with 119 stocks on the gaining side and 17 stocks on the losing side. The PCROA also saw an uptake to close at one level, and the previous closing was 0.8, so nothing much happening in the PCR side. On the Bank Nifty future, if we see, then we saw a massive short covering signal up to 6.5%, that is 1,87,000 shares, and total OI stands at 26.96 shares. On the options front, if we see, then 76 and 17 Hello. Yeah, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Morning Call Calls. First, we'll start with technical derivatives update. Yesterday, we see Nifty was in a sideways zone, and for the throughout the trading session, it managed to close in the green. It managed to close in the green, and on the derivatives front, if you see the FIs data also, if you see the FIs also again have shorted the index by 14,540 contracts yesterday, and total contracts were short by 16,561, and the long short ratio stood at 45%. And on the if we see on the rollover side, then Nifty had a strong rollover if compared to previous expiry from 56% to 66% at E-1 on the previous expiry, while on the Bank Nifty rollover is at 58% compared to 51% at the same expiry. So on the report call front, if you see, then we have given a buy in IRCTC futures to be buying in the range of 715 to 720 with the stop loss of 696 and target of 762. And on the technical front, we are given buying Ashok Leyland in the range of 147 to 149, stop loss of 145 and target of 150. With that, over to Ancharama. Thank you.
Thank you, Hitendra. Good morning, team. So, few updates from my side, starting with PSP projects. So, the company has back contracts worth rupees 247 crore from precast and government segments. With this, the total order inflow for the current financial year stands at 1,344 crore. Also, we met the management yesterday. So, the management expects 25% growth for this year in revenue. On a sustainable long-term basis, the company expects growth of 15 to 20%. Margins are guided at 11 to 13%, which we understand is conservative. In terms of inflow, the company expects 22 billion of inflows, which is approximately the same number they are aiming for revenue. Out of this 22 billion till date, the company has received 13 billion. Company expects regular capex of 3 to 4% of the revenue. And in terms of raising more funds, the company is not looking at this. Right. Secondly, on PB FinTech, the company has approved investments of rupees 250 crore and 650 crore in Paisabazaar Marketing and Consulting and Policybazaar Insurance Brokers, respectively, during the financial year of 22-23. It also incorporated a step-down subsidiary in Abu Dhabi with the objective of extending group's technology hub in UAE and providing end-to-end tech solutions. It will also acquire 45% to 51% stake in UAE-based YKNP Marketing Management via its Dubai unit for $5 million. On NHPC, the company's subsidiary NHPC Renewable Energy signed the memorandum of understanding with the government of Rajasthan for setting up 10 gigawatt RE parks projects at sites identified inside the Rajasthan. So that comes as a positive development on the company's front. On Lupin, the company has entered into a deed of assignment with this with Boring International GmbH for the acquisition of brands Onryo and Onryo Mate, including the trademark rights associated with the brands, which will enable it to provide you comprehensive treatment options for diabetes management. The cost of acquisition is euro 26 million, which is close to 200 crores. On TVS Motors, the company announced the acquisition of 48% stake in two-wheeler startup DriveX for INR 85.4 crore. This was founded by Formula One racing driver Narayan Karthikeyan in April 2020. DriveX is into leasing of two-wheeler motorcycles and scooters, and selling, trading, and distribution of pre-owned two-wheeler motorcycles and scooters. The acquisition is expected to be completed in November 2022. So that is again positive on the TVS Motors front. We attended Tata Elxsi analyst meet yesterday, and just to give a brief, so on the overall basis, the management is targeting to drive revenue growth across the verticals by winning market share, adding new logos, scaling up the existing ones, and capitalizing on the emerging opportunities. On the margin front, with the travel opening up, offshoring is expected to reduce, thus putting some pressure on the margins. However, this is expected to offset to some extent by rupee depreciation and the increased efficiency. We do not have a formal coverage on the stock, and it is currently trading at 77 times PE on FY24 consensus EPS. And lastly, Moody's Investor Services has withdrawn NHI ratings. Prior to the withdrawal, the agency said the outlook on the issuer was stable. Moody's has decided to withdraw the ratings for its own business reasons, it added. So NHI was considered by an act of parliament, the National Highways Authority of India Act 1988. It is 100% owned by the government, and it operates under the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, and is responsible for the development, maintenance, and management of the national highways entrusted to it. So in the sector, we prefer PNC Infra and HG Infra. So that's it from my side. Now I hand it over to Kshitija for further research updates. Thank you, and over to you, Kshitija.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. So further news update from my side. So first update on Power Finance Corporation. Company signs MOU of rupees 6,750 crore 8 to 1,550 megawatt solar power project in Maharashtra. So slightly positive for the company. So next update on Singapore Telecommunication Conglomerate is selling stake in Bharti Airtel. Prior to completion of the sale, Singtel has an effective stake of approximately 31.4 in Airtel. So after the sale of 198 million shares, the Singtel effective stake in the telecom will decrease to 29.7. So this is an update on the Bharti Airtel. Next update on Tata Power. Tata Power has raised a USD of 320 million through sustainability linked loans (SSL) to refinance its debt. The SSL are typically available up to 0.25 cheaper than conventional loans and finance industry. The loan raised by Tata Power's overseas arm is 3-year, 10-year loan meant for the general corporate purpose. The company has committed to certain key performance indicators (KPI) in order to get the loan recognized in SLI. Next update on Maruti Suzuki. Company yesterday recalled its 166 Desire 2 units to replace faulty airbag components. So the affected lot of compact sedan has been manufactured between August 6 to August 16 this year. So the recall is undertaken to replace airbag control unit free of cost in this vehicle. So this update from the Maruti Suzuki. So this is slightly concern for the news. The next update on Mahindra Logistics. Mahindra Logistics is set up, come up with the third and the last unit of warehousing facility in Luhari in Delhi NCR region. Beside adding 2 more in Bhiwandi and Nashik in the current quarter of this fiscal. So company is now also looking beyond the major cities for enhancing its warehousing footprint in the second phase of its network expansion. Like it sees sure demand from a seller, smaller cities such as Lucknow, Patna, Guwahati, and among others. So the company is now expanding his warehousing facilities. Next update on ONGC. ONGC has relaunched a tender to sell gas from its KG fill at a higher price of USD 15 per MMBTU. So as it looks capitalize on a global surge in the energy prices. So even firm sought a bid for the sale of 0.75 million stranded cubic meters per day of a gas for a 1 year of KG WN 980 fills in the Bay of Bengal. So this is a tender according to the tender document. Next update on Bandhan Bank. Bandhan Bank will open 551 more branches in the 2022 to 23 fiscal as a part of lenders focus to make its distribution stronger in other parts of India outside the eastern region. The company yesterday updated. So with the latest addition, after this addition, Kolkata headquarters bank branch will count approx will exceed the 6,000 branches. So this is a positive for the Bandhan Bank. The next update on Lupin. Lupin has received approval from US FDA that formoterol fumarate inhalation solution, which used in treating symptoms of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. The company, the this basically generic version of Malin specialty inhalation solution. The Mumbai-based company updated. Wipro yesterday announced that the appointment of Wagner Jesus as a country head and managing director of the operation in Brazil. The Wagner joined Wipro 3 years ago, taking the lead in non-financial business cluster. Also hold the management and certification from Harvard Business School. So this is an update on the Wipro. Then Barbecue Nation Hospitality. The credit agency report has come. So in that credit agency ICR has upgraded the credit rating for the bank facilities of 15.5 crore of the specialty restaurant chain to A, that is stable. So and 5 crore bank facilities rating has been upgraded to A2 plus. So this is an update on the Barbecue Nation. Next update on Parag Mill Foods, the dairy products company raised total 131 crore through preferential allotment from marquee investor and promoters. The company said that investor have invested 113 crore and promoter about approx 18.75 crore and looking the promising growth strategy of the company. Next update on Titan. SEBI imposed penalty amounting like approx 8 lakh on 8 individuals for violation of insider trading norms in the share of Titan company. The transaction were carried out by the designated person or employees of the Titan between April 2018 to April 2019. So next update on the Tata are continuing to burn their money for the online consumer platform, that is Tata Click. So now Tata Click reporting the net loss more than around double like 2021 to 2022. So 750.62 crore. So through this is a slightly bit concern for the online consumer platform. Then Indian Railway in its mission to connect all the capital of the northeastern states in the country. So Indian Railway has shared the progress report on the working going on the like bring Kohima, capital of Nagaland, on the map of Indian Railways network. So the target of completion of this project in a 3 years and after complete land handover to railways. So this is a one good sign for the Indian Railways. Last update on Canara Bank. The public sector Canara Bank plan to raise around 3,500 crore through Tier 2 bonds in like tranche to meet capital adequacy ratio and growth requirements. So first tranche of the Tier 2 bonds will hit the market on like today, so August 25th, and primary issue size is 1,000 crore. So that's it from my end. Now I will hand over to Precious sir for the Hindi conversion. Thank you and over to you, sir.
अभी ये कॉल को हम एक बार हिंदी में कर लेते हैं जो आज के जो रिसर्च के अपडेट्स हैं हम स्टार्ट करते हैं पीएसपी प्रोजेक्ट के साथ। पीएसपी प्रोजेक्ट के मैनेजमेंट को हम कल मिले, उन्होंने बताया कि ईयर ऑन ईयर उनकी 25% की ग्रोथ एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं और उनके सस्टेनेबल लॉन्ग टर्म ग्रोथ 15 to 20% है। ओवरऑल कंपनी का हमारा बाई रेटिंग है, हम इसको 715 के करीब हम देख रहे हैं पीएसपी प्रोजेक्ट्स। तो ये इसमें हम बाय बाय का व्यू है। उसके बाद न्यूज है पीबी इन्फीटेक। तो कंपनी ने इन्वेस्टमेंट अप्रूव किया 250 करोड़ का एंड 650 करोड़ इन पैसा बाजार मार्केटिंग एंड कंसल्टिंग इन पैसा बाजार इंश्योरेंस में। तो ये भी ये इस साल के फाइनेंशियल ईयर में ये कर रहे हैं जो अप्रूव उन्होंने किया हुआ है। फिर उसके अलावा ये उन्होंने एक स्टेप अबू धाबी के जो प्रोजेक्ट्स है उसमें उन्होंने स्टेप डाउन किया हुआ है। इन्वेस्ट उनका ये उसमें ऑब्जेक्टिव है कि वो ग्रुप को नए टेक्नोलॉजी प्रोवाइड करेंगे इसमें, और जिसमें वो एंड टू एंड सॉल्यूशंस भी प्रोवाइड करेंगे। उन्होंने 45% स्टेक टू 51% स्टेक यूएई बेस्ड के YKNP मार्केटिंग मैनेजमेंट के सब्सिडियरी में लिया हुआ है। तो ये न्यूज़ पॉजिटिव रहेगा पीएनबी इन्फीटेक के लिए। टीवीएस मोटर पे एक अपडेट है। टीवीएस मोटर ने अनाउंस किया कि 45% स्टेक एक टू व्हीलर स्टार्टअप कंपनी में जिसका नाम है ड्राइव एक्स 85.4 करोड़ में ये एक्विजिशन करेंगे। ये कंपनी नारायण कार्तिकेयन है जो अप्रैल 2020 में फॉर्म हुआ था। ये ड्राइव एक्स बेसिकली एक टू व्हीलर और स्कूटर्स के लीजिंग की कंपनी है जो नॉर्मली सेलिंग और ट्रेडिंग और डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन और सेकेंड हैंड टू व्हीलर्स उसमें डील करती है। ये एक्विजिशन नवंबर 2022 तक कंप्लीट होने की उम्मीद है एंड ये पॉजिटिव न्यूज़ रहेगा टीवीएस मोटर्स के लिए। कल हमने टाटा एनालिस्ट के एनालिस्ट मीट हमने अटेंड किया था और उसमें मैनेजमेंट ने बताया कि वो रेवेन्यू ग्रोथ को ड्राइव करने वाले, वो नए लोगों के ऊपर ध्यान देंगे, नए डेवलपमेंट्स करेंगे और जो कैपिटलाइजेशन और एमर्जिंग अपॉर्चुनिटीज के ऊपर उसके ऊपर वो ध्यान देंगे। हमारा इसके ऊपर फॉर्मल कवर तो नहीं है, बट देन करेंटली द स्टॉक 77 टाइम्स ये ज़्यादा रेटिंग कर रहा है, तो ये कंसेंस रहेगा। मूडी इन्वेस्टर्स सर्विस जो नॉर्मली एजेंसी है, उन्होंने एनएचआई के रेटिंग्स के ऊपर उन्होंने अपना कंसेंसस विड्रॉल किया है। बेसिकली एनएचआई जो है जो नेशनल हाईवे अथॉरिटीज ऑफ इंडिया जो 100% गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया की सब्सिडी है, इसमें उन्होंने बोला है कि वो रोड ट्रांसपोर्ट और हाईवे की जो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी जो डेवलपमेंट और मेंटेनेंस है वो उस पर वो जो रेटिंग दे रहे थे वो उन्होंने थोड़ा सा विड्रॉल किया। इसके हमारा क्लियर व्यू नहीं है, बट ये जो सेक्टर्स है, ये सेक्टर में हमें पीएनसी इंफ्रा और एचजी इंफ्रा ये दो स्टॉक्स है जो हमको अच्छे लगते हैं। मारुति ने ये कल मारुति सुजुकी पे एक न्यूज था कि उन्होंने 166 डिजायर टूर ये जो सेगमेंट है उसमें उन्होंने कॉल बैक किया है उसके एयरबैग्स के इशू में। तो ये कंपनी ये एयरबैग्स फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट में चेंज करके देगी। ये मेजर कंसर्न तो नहीं है, बट स्लाइटली सेंटीमेंट वाइज शायद थोड़ा सा मारुति को थोड़ा सा नीचे ट्रैक कर सकते हैं, बट ओवरऑल पॉजिटिव रहता है मारुति सुजुकी के ऊपर। महिंद्रा लॉजिस्टिक्स के ऊपर एक अपडेट है। उन्होंने तीसरा वेयर हाउस उन्होंने लुहारी इन दिल्ली एनसीआर रीजन में ऐड किया। इसके अलावा उन्होंने भिवंडी और नासिक में भी ये करेंट फिजिकल ईयर में लॉजिस्टिक ऐड किया था। तो वो काफी एग्रेसिवली लॉजिस्टिक में ये एडिशंस कर रहे हैं, तो ये काफी अच्छा है ये महिंद्रा लॉजिस्टिक के लिए। तो हमें लगता है कि ये स्टॉक अच्छा परफॉर्म करेगा। बंधन बैंक के ऊपर एक न्यूज़ है। बंधन बैंक ने को बताया कि वो 550 और ब्रांचेस ये करंट फिजिकल ईयर में फाइनेंशियल ईयर में वो ओपन करेंगे, सो दैट वो काफी स्ट्रॉन्ग डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन के वो फोकस कर सके। तो उनके जी बंधन बैंक जो कोलकाता के हेडक्वार्टर बेस्ड कंपनी है, तो उनका मानना है कि ओवरऑल वो 6000 ब्रांचेस के ऊपर उनके ऑल ओवर इंडिया में प्रेजेंस होंगे। तो स्लो एंड स्टडी, तो हमें लगता है कि ग्रेजुअली ये बैंक भी काफी धीरे धीरे स्ट्रॉन्ग बिल्डअप होगा, तो इस पे हम ध्यान रख सकते हैं। और एक न्यूज है बारबेक्यू नेशन के ऊपर, एक अपडेट था जिसमें क्रेडिट क्रेडिट जो रेटिंग एजेंसी है ICRA, उन्होंने इसको अपग्रेड किया है। उन्होंने बैंक फैसिलिटीज इसके 15.5 करोड़ तक का स्पेशलिटी रेस्टोरेंट्स में इन्होंने अपडेट किया टू A ग्रुप, और जो 5 करोड़ का बैंक फैसिलिटी है तो उन्होंने उसको अपग्रेड किया A2+ ग्रुप। ये उनकी क्रेडिट एजेंसी है जो पॉजिटिव रहेगा बारबेक्यू नेशन के लिए। उसके बाद वाला अपडेट है पराग मिल्क प्रोडक्ट्स के ऊपर। तो ये कंपनी ने 130 करोड़ रुपया टू प्रेफरेंशियल अलॉटमेंट के थ्रू रेस किया है। ये फ्रॉम माइक्रो इन्वेस्टर्स के थ्रू किया हुआ है। तो कंपनी ने बताया कि ये इन्वेस्टर ये ग्रोथ के स्ट्रेटेजीज और फर्दर डेवलपमेंट्स के लिए ही यूज करेंगे। टाइटन में एक सेबी के रिलेटेड एक न्यूज है जिसमें उन्होंने 8 लाख के करीब का उन्होंने पेनाल्टी डाला है। वो बेसिकली वो 8 इंडिविजुअल्स है जो इनसाइडर ट्रेडिंग नॉर्म्स के रिलेटेड वो उन्होंने किया हुआ है। और ये जो ट्रांजेक्शन्स जो देखा गया था वो अप्रैल 2018 से मार्च 2019 इस बीच का ट्रांजेक्शन है, जहाँ पे सेबी ने 8 लाख के करीब पेनल्टी, वो भी 8 लोगों पे इनसाइडर ट्रेडिंग के चलते लगाया हुआ है। इसके बाद और एक अपडेट है टाटा के ऊपर। ओवरऑल वो कंज्यूमर प्लेटफॉर्म जो उनका टाटा क्लिक है, उस पे वो फिलहाल तो लॉस मेकिंग है, तो फिर भी वो उस पे इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं। उनको लग रहा है कि आने वाले दिनों में शायद थोड़ा सा अप्रिसिएशन हो सकता है, बट करेंटली तो वो लॉस मेकिंग में चल रहा है। तो करीब 750 करोड़ के पास है। फिर भी रेवेन्यू में जंप देखा गया था, बट थोड़ा सा ये कंपनी थोड़ा सा प्रेशर में रह सकता है टाटा क्लिक के रिलेटेड। That's all from the research. Thank you and have a good day.